In last video, we discussed about that what is scalar quantity, vector quantity, what is a vector, what is position vector, what is displacement vector. The next topic is zero vector. Now, just as a number zero is important in real number operations, the concept of zero vector is significant and useful in vector operations also. Now, suppose if there are two vectors, let A vector and B vector. There are two vectors, A vector and B vector, and they are equal. Okay, suppose they are equal. So, what would be A minus B? There are two vectors, A vector and B vector, and they both are equal. So, what would be A minus B? Answer would be 0 because both are equal. So, you won't write 0 over here. This would be a 0 vector because when you subtract a vector quantity with vector quantity, you will get a vector quantity only. So, it would come to 0, but it would be 0 vector. This 0 vector is also called null vector. So, there is another name for 0 vector, that is null vector. Thus, you can write a definition also that thus 0 vector is a vector of 0 magnitude. Vector of 0 magnitude having no specific direction. This can be definition of a 0 vector. It is also called as null vector. The next topic would be properties of 0 vector. First property, if you add a finite vector with 0 vector, suppose you are adding finite vector with 0 vector. Finite means a vector quantity which has a value. You will get finite vector only. You will get finite vector only. So if you write it mathematically, that is a finite vector, let it be A vector plus 0 vector. So A vector plus 0 vector will give you A vector only. That is a finite vector only. This is the first property. Second property, if you multiply a 0 vector with finite number, will give 0 vector. That means if you are multiplying 0 vector with a finite number, let n be a finite number, and you're multiplying it with 0 vector, the answer to this would be 0 vector only. This is your second property. The next property is, if you multiply a finite vector by 0, you will get a 0 vector. Let A vector be a finite vector, and if you multiply it with 0, you will get a 0 vector. So these are the properties of 0 vector. So the next topic is equality of vectors, or you can say equal vectors. You can write the next topic or next heading, equality of vectors. See, in last video, I told you that how you can represent a vector by arrow. So how do we represent a vector? If suppose I say there's a vector, So you can represent a vector like this. This is your a vector. Okay. Now suppose there is one more vector of different origin. Suppose this is your b vector. One more vector. Let us assume there is one more vector, that is c vector. This is your c vector. Now if you see, these all three vectors have same magnitude, that is the length. They all have same length and they all are going in same direction. So such vectors, those have same magnitude and same direction, are called equal vectors. So this you can write down in this topic. That's those vectors that are equal in magnitude and have same direction are called equal vectors. So in this case, a vector is equal to b vector is equal to c vector. All these three vectors are equal. So what is the condition for vectors to be equal? They should have equal magnitude and also have same direction. Like in this case, a, b, c are three different vectors but are moving in same direction and have same magnitude. That is the length. Suppose there is one more vector. Say there is one more vector which is going in opposite direction, as you can see, but has same magnitude. Let this be d vector, and it is going in opposite direction as that to a, b, and c, but it is having same magnitude but opposite direction. So how do you represent this vector? You will represent this by minus d vector, and such type of vectors are known as negative vectors. So if you want to define what is negative vector, that would be a vector having same magnitude but opposite direction is called as negative vector. So this these all come under topic equality of vector.